What's going on, guys? It's Greg Campbell, Angry Tones Riff Clips, coming at you today with an awesome little video here with the Randall RD5H. This is the Diavlo series, little lunchbox version. You know, they got the 1 water, this is the 5 water. However, this one has been modified by Amm Amplified with Amp Man over in Chicago. His name's Anthony. This has got a mod that he does for any amplifier really, but it's designed for the RD5H. Or any Diavlo. It's called the Little Bastard mod, and this is pretty crazy. You've got the all the usual suspects you find with these little amps. You got your gain, you've got your tone knob, and you've got your volume. However, with the mod, there's an increased gain stages in this amplifier, and you have the TSS tone stack switch that comes standard with this amplifier. But this switch has a little bit more magic going on to it. He's changed a few things. I'll leave those in the description below if you guys want to nerd out on all that stuff as well. But he's changed the gain stages, and he's modified this switch to be a little bit more usable. In my opinion, the middle is my favorite. It's more of that mid-range bite that I like, that you hear me talk about in all my videos. When you switch it to the left or right, it's less super scooped. You know, before it was really... a lot of bass frequencies going on, a little bit more on the woofy side, and when it's super scoop sounding, you lose your mid-range, where he's kind of messed around with it so it's a little bit more usable. Sounds like a bigger amplifier in my opinion. But enough chatting about it. Let's go ahead and hear the Randall Diavlo RD5H and see what it sounds like with these mods that he's done to this amplifier. And of course, there's no better boost to try it out with later than the Venom Inc Amm Amplified boost. This is a killer boost pedal. This amp doesn't really need one if you just want a really solid high gain tone, but the response I'm getting out of this, hitting with this boost right here, is phenomenal. Sounds really good. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Randall RD5H, running through a Peavey cabinet. This is a 90s cabinet with Celestion G12T 75s and 2 Peavey Sheffield 1290s in an X pattern. So let's go ahead and see what this amp sounds like on its own with no boost, no overdrive, just messing around with the settings and the tone stack switch. And of course, wait for it, we're going to hit it with the Venom Inc boost. This is a killer boost. Total demolition right here. So let's hear the amp on its own. We're going to go ahead and try the tone stack in the center with the gain at barely a pinch past noon, which is my favorite sweet spot on this amp. Tone stack is at 1 o'clock and volume is at noon. Setting right there, you guys. It's got more of that upper mid-range coming in there. Still has a really nice tight focus low end, and of course the highs with the tone knob at 1 o'clock just sound really smooth. Let's try some like one-noter type stuff. sounds pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and mess around with the tone stack switch and see what this setting sounds like with the switch to the far left. See how it's not as scooped as it used to be to the far left. It's a little bit more, I don't really know how to explain it. You're still getting some upper mids, but it's not as bright. It's not as focused and punchy, but it's still a really nice solid, metal tone. It's a Randall amplifier. It's got a great sound to it. But let's go ahead and try one noters with this setting. Tone stack switch once again is in the left position. Nice tone, you guys. I'm liking it. I like every single one of the switch settings I'm getting out of this amp, but this one does have a little bit less of that upper mid. It's more of a little bit of a mid cut, but it's not completely scooped, which is why I like it. A scoop sound's necessary in certain types of genres, but the way I like to play, mids are like almost 100% of your tone when you fine dial those in. You know what I mean? So you don't want to lose your mid-range. Let's go ahead and try that riff progression we started the video with earlier. And see what that sounds like in tone stack in the left position. Pretty rad, you guys. I'm liking this amplifier a lot. Super happy that Anthony sent this out here all the way from Chicago. Been messing around with it for a little bit, getting familiar with the amplifier. Of course, before I do these little demos and throw something out there, I want to get to know the amp. So let's go ahead and go back to the tone switch in the center, and then we'll move the tone switch to the far right so you can get an example of the difference. So let's play that riff one more time. Tone switch in the center. Tone stack, middle position. That's pretty awesome. You could hear this shift difference in the bass frequency. It's still punchy, it's still tight, but in the middle position you got a lot more upper mids creeping in there, so you have a lot more of that snarl. You got a lot more of that bite when you're playing bigger chords, such as the end of that riff position right there. A little bit more string clarity and note separation, in my opinion, in the middle position. So let's go ahead and play that same riff one more time in the middle, and then move to the far right position of the tone stack switch, and we'll see how the Amplified mod has kind of given this a whole new sound. You know what I mean? If you've played a Randall Diavlo before, they're great amplifiers, but they're a little on the darker side. I always tell people think a lower budget dual rectifier, if you will, because those are phenomenal amps on their own, but when you boost them and overdrive them, that warmth and that lower robust vibe you get out of them goes away, and they turn into a completely different beast. And keep in mind, there's no boost or overdrive run in this amplifier. It's a way more high gain circuit going on. So middle switch, same riff, and then we'll go to the far right tone stack switch. Killer. So let's go ahead and go to the tone stack switch all the way to the right. Right off the bat, this is your more kind of a scooped type setting right here. You're taking your mids and you're almost burying them to the left and getting rid of that sound. Now you can kind of redial them back in with the tone knob, but this tone stack switch is definitely your more kind of a scooped vibe. Almost like your earlier 90s metal. That's played, but a little Faith No More riff right there. Scooped vibe. So let's go ahead and go back to the middle, and you'll hear the difference. Rad, you guys. That's a great sound. Once again, more of a scoop vibe though for you guys that want more of a scoop tone. This amplifier can do it with ease, and obviously it's got a lot more gain going on with this amplifier. So let's go ahead and do what you know I'm going to do. We're going to boost the living shit out of it with the Venom Inc. Total Demolition Boost from Amm Amplified. So what a better way to boost the Randall RD5H that's been modified by Amm Amplified with their own boost pedal. So let's see what she does with this amplifier. We'll go back to my favorite setting, tone stack switch in the center, and we'll hit the boost. But let's go ahead and refresh our memory with what the sound coming out of this amplifier sounds like with no boost and no overdrive. that was awesome. That's the tone stack switch in the middle. Let's see what it sounds like with a boost. Absolutely ridiculous with a boost, you guys. I really like it. Let's go ahead and do a quick little A/B. No boost with a boost. With a boost. So sick, you guys. I'm really liking this amplifier with these mods that have been done to it, and obviously when you hit it with a boost, it just really comes alive. So let's close out this video and try it out with a little tape delay and echo, kind of a vibe like I like to do with some of my amps, and see how it performs with a little effect. This thing is fantastic, you guys. Sounds great with an effect. So final thoughts, you guys. This is an incredible amplifier. If you need anything done to your Randall Diavlo or any of your amplifiers, your Marshalls, whatever you got, reach out to Amm Amplified. I'll leave his link in the description below. Anthony is a brilliant guy. This pedal, he's knocked it out of the park with the boost. And as far as the Randall RD5H, his mods and the gain stages sound completely different than my Randall RD20. Now obviously it's a bigger amplifier, but it's darker, it's warmer, and it really needs an overdrive or a boost to bring it to life. This one, however, not necessarily. You don't have to use a boost or an overdrive. Its gain is already a little bit hotter than the original Randall's gain stages, but throwing a boost in front of it will definitely tighten it up even more and give it even more firepower with your, right hand chugs and gallops or whatever type of metal you're playing. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just wanted to throw it out there and show you what he's done to this amp. It's absolutely fantastic. As always, I've been using the ESP Ltd series. I've had this for 20 years with my very own signature Alchemist pickup from Voodoo Custom Pickups. Shout out to Rich out there. He makes some incredible stuff. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sounds really good. It's a nice tube amp. They're very affordable. They're still out there. And if you want Amm Amplified to modify the hell out of it, get the little bastard mod, send it out to Chicago, have Anthony take care of you. You guys take it easy, and I'll catch you next time.